guess you got what you came for. What's that? Surgery with the chainsaw.
He's got off.
Chainsaw.
He's got off.
Chainsaw.
He's got off.
I guess you got what you came.
Welcome to Chansaw. This is your host Frank the Vamp. We're continuing to review the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. Today we're gonna rank the number 3 as we're getting closer to number 1. What's the best Texas Chainsaw Massacre? And it's almost obvious, but not to a lot of people, because a lot of people hate this movie. But I actually like it. There's a few reviewers that I seen they like it, and it's kind of growing. Grumpy Andrew, comes to mind that he really likes this movie, and I like this type of movies, and I'll explain why. Number 3 is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. And before you all start booing, because I know a lot of people hate this movie with a passion, because after the somber, tough original was such a badass film, there are many issues which we'll address that people think that this movie, is just kooky and stupid. And in some ways it is. This is one of those movies that it's so bad it's good. Yeah, the plot, it's really strange. The acting, except by Renee Zellweger and Matthew McConaughey, it's downright ridiculous. But this movie has balls of steel, because it's just so freaking ridiculous. Movie about some teenagers that do something stupid, gets them lost in the woods, and then they act completely stupid, and then they become more stupid as the movie goes on, and then the Illuminati shows up, and then what the fuck? Yeah. What I can tell you is this: my likes, okay, and what excuses this whole mess. It is messy, it is ridiculous, it's over the top. It's Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger overact the shit out of the movie. I mean, this is Matthew McConaughey. I never seen someone so much as overact as I seen maybe people. Maybe this is as bad a movie as one of my favorites, Ed Wood movie, which is the Plan 9 from Outer Space. And you see the overacting, you see the completely ridiculous plot, and I compare that to this. It's just about shit. Glenn, that will be another one. From Ed Wood. This is wonderful. Manos, The Hands of Fate. If you guys seen, the Mystery Science Theater 3000 type, this is ripe for that. The comments that do, the one-liners that he spends making everything from the robot leg that has a remote control to him running over the teenager over and over and over and over again with the truck, to just putting the gun in, the shotgun barrel inside his mouth, and daring the Renee Zellweger to kill him. And it's just batshit crazy. At the same time, it's really entertaining. Like, when you watch this movie, you just can't blink away. You're just like, you're eating it all. That it's just a one long crazy ass. Very weird, a very unique movie, and it's really enjoyable. Why did I pick this over the other ones? Well, like I said, it's just the overacting. Renee Zellweger also, oh my gosh, is some of the There's a guy outside with a chainsaw. Really? I mean, in the way that the no, everybody shut up, and she makes Leatherface shut up and sit down, which is amazing, and it's just so out there that you just people were shocked, and if you don't like this movie, yeah, I completely understand. I mean, it is crazy. I just like bad movies, I just like bad movies that are entertaining. I don't like bad movies like After Earth or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D, which is shitty bad movies. They just they're boring and have no point. But this is out there. This is unique, and it brings some over the top acting, crazy ass violence, and some people don't like this. I mean, let's address a few things. Leatherface not scary. Leatherface in drag. Let's talk about Leatherface a little bit. By now, if you're a Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan, you know that Leatherface is really fucked up in the head. Like, not just slightly, he is severely messed up. I mean, he can't even. It seems that he can comprehend English, but he is unable to speak it. He just very, very, at least coherently, even though some of the family members seem to understand his ways, with his cannibalistic, crazy ass nature, and sometimes, the way that he dresses, and in order to say that he may be of the opposite sex, if he wears makeup, I don't think, and I think this is up for discussion. I don't think ever discusses what is his sexuality. I think there is none, or he seems to be or wants to be the grandma or mom of the family. He wants to take on that role, and that's perfectly fine. He's just messed up. That's the explanation. There's no. Some people are really turned off by it, but the poor dude. I mean, he has severe brain damage. Anything goes with him. So I don't think it's even sexual inclination. I can't even. I'm not as qualified psychiatrist, so I can't tell you what type of thing would do that. But somebody that ingests flesh and runs around with a chainsaw with his deformed face, putting another person's face on the top, and then kind of saws that in place. It's not right. So get over it. It completely makes sense that he would do that. It's complete mindfuck. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. It is one of those movies, and it's an acquired taste. So hey, you're completely fine if you don't agree with me. I know tons of people hate it. If you hate it too, completely get it. I mean, it's not for everybody, but I happen to find a Grumpy Andrew, awesome reviewer. He happens to like it. Cult following is growing on it, and you have two very good actors that are just beginning their careers, and it shows that they have some acting acting chops there, and yeah, they really did. So there's nothing more to say in this very weird movie except the next two movies. We have only two left, which is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and we'll actually do a 2-for-1 video coming up soon, so stay tuned for the last part to find out what my best, my favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie is. beware of the chainsaw.